Whoa, what's going on? Welcome back to Casual on Camera. Hey, today we got a new style of video. It's just going to be us talking about the title. As you can see, 5 tips to find and maintain happiness. Now, if you've been subscribed to me for a while, you know that I used to give motivational quotes in most of my videos. I miss those. I stopped doing them because it was hard to find a new quote every day, especially because I was making multiple videos in one day and I didn't want to reuse the same quote. I would try to just think of new quotes, but that's really hard. So instead of that, I'm going to make videos like these. And if you have another topic that I should touch on or another 5 tips type of video, comment down below because I do want to, spread positivity to you guys. That's what it's all about. Yeah, I love the music and everything, but what makes me the most happy is when I can go in the comments and see you guys saying like, oh, I love when you do these videos, or I love when it's the positivity. That's the driving force. So let's get straight into it. Let's not waste any more time. The first tip that I would say is figure out what you don't want out of a life. Now hear what I said. Figure out what you don't want in life. For example, I graduated high school in 2016, right? And I was pretty much set on going to school, not because I wanted to, but because that's what everybody was doing. So I was set on going to school. And by the time I was about to graduate, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that. I'm not sure really what I want to do, but I know I'm not going to school. That's just not for me. And I didn't go. And after I graduated, I didn't really do anything the following year. All of 2017, I was kind of just relaxing. I was really on a break, just after being in school for so long, I needed a break. That's what I did. So I didn't know where I wanted my life to go, but I knew where I didn't want it to go. And that was very important because now I'm here. If I would have went to school, I would have been in school for however long, and who knows how that would have went, you know what I mean? So I figured out what I didn't want in my life, and it led me to where I am right now. So I know exactly where I'm going now. I know exactly what path I'm on, and I'm going down it. And you could apply that to relationships. Like if you don't know, like how do I know if it's the right girl or the right guy, whatever? Look at all their qualities that you don't like and see if it's worth dealing with. You're never going to find the perfect person. So don't look for that. Don't be like, I have a list of this. Don't make a 50 item list. Just make the one thing that's major for you. That's a deal breaker. Like for example, if she smokes cigarettes or something, like for me, that's out. There is nothing to talk about. You smoke cigarettes, you're done. So have your things that are like major and work off of that. Don't try so hard to find the perfect person. Same thing with friends. If you're around your friends and they normally get you in some type of trouble, or they normally spread your business to other people, like if I'm a friend telling you something, don't go tell your friend who's not my friend. That's between me and you. So, figure out what you don't want in a friend. And you don't even, the relationship thing and the friend thing is a little different, because when a friendship, there are certain friends that you should distance yourself from. I have friends that I don't talk to all the time because I know being around them all the time won't lead to anything great. Even if it doesn't lead to anything bad, it just won't lead to anything great. And it's kind of like, what am I doing here all the time? So some friends are okay to be sometimes friends. If they need you for something, cool. If you need them for something, cool. But y'all don't have to be texting and hanging out every day. You can still be friends. And another thing you should apply that to is to jobs. Well, I'm not sure what I want to do with my life. You need to figure out what you don't want to do with your life. Like I said, I didn't want to go to school. I didn't know where I was going to work. I ended up working at a grocery store, realized I didn't like that. I ended up working at Papa John's, realized I didn't like that. And I'm doing everything I can to stay out of work at this moment. I'm trying to make this my job. So I'm working really hard towards that. Now, if it comes to it, I'll put my pride to the side and I'll get a job. But I know in my mind, this isn't the end for me. I'm only doing this to support this thing. So, figure out what you don't want in a career, and it'll help you lead to what you actually do want. The next tip is speaking it into existence. Let me say that again. Speaking it into existence. What do you mean by that? Or are you talking about that religious thing where, if you say something, God's going to listen? This phrase works whether you believe in God or not or whatever. if you say things constantly, it's true. If I say I can do YouTube and I can be a big YouTuber, I'm going to be that. If I say I'm not that good at YouTube, I don't think I'll be popular, I probably won't. You know, you really speak, and what you believe normally comes to fruition. So be careful with that. The first thing I want to touch on is positivity over negativity. So again, it goes with only speak what you want. Even if you seek, for example, I posted not too long ago that I was asking for tips on how to lose weight. Now I'm not big, but I want to be smaller. Now I could have looked and said, you know what? I'm already too far gone. I haven't worked out in years. I'm not going to be able to lose the weight. And that would have been it. But I was like, no, I want to lose the weight and I'm going to. Even if you're, and you have to keep that mindset while you're doing it. Don't work out and then be like, I feel like this is not going to work. I'm just doing it. I'm trying. No, you have to be in there like, I'm in here to lose weight. It's going to happen. Like your mind is connected to your body. So if you don't think the things that you're thinking and saying affect the rest of you, come on now, it's there. It's there. Same thing with goals. Like I said, if you have a goal to reach, speak that into existence. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to be none of that. I promise you. I believe in God. So I am coming at it from a different perspective, but I've seen this work for people who don't believe in God. So it's just a fact type of thing. Speak your goals. Don't ever say, I'm not this, I'm not that, because you won't be. Whatever you say, you're right. So you may as well be right about something positive. Another thing is money. If you're having financial difficulty, like right now, I haven't worked this entire year. I'm trying to make YouTube and music and everything my full-time job. So I'm really going hard. I'm using my money. I'm not earning a whole lot. So I'm spending a whole lot trying to make this a reality. And every day I pray, I pray that this is the year that I'm able to take care of myself, my girl, my family, and anybody else who, needs help in this world. I speak that into existence every day. And when it happens, I'm going to pull this clip up and, and be like, look, it works. And by the way, when you speak things into existence and it doesn't work out for you in the way that you thought, it doesn't mean you've lost. It just means either it's not time for you to do that yet, or it's just not the right thing for you to do. Every good idea isn't a good idea for you. Remember that. The next tip I want to talk about is love and respect yourself. Stand up for yourself. And I don't mean in a barbaric way, like, you ain't gonna tell me nothing. What you said? Like, I'm talking about little stuff. Like, for example, if you at a restaurant and they bring you the wrong food, don't be like, well, thank you. No, be like, excuse me, I didn't order this. Could we? That's all you gotta do. It's not that hard. And it's standing up for yourself, not allowing mistakes to pass you by is the main thing you should take away from that. If they bring you the wrong food, tell them. If somebody's doing something that you don't like, tell them. You know what I mean? You're not being mean or aggressive. You had an expectation, it was not reached, and you're speaking up about it. That's considered standing up for yourself. So do that. The next thing I want to touch on is don't be afraid to be you. Stop letting social media dictate how you dress, how you think. Like, there's a lot of mob mentality I see on Twitter, or when people get canceled, there's a lot of mob mentality. People don't even like to do the research on people. People are so quick to cancel. Oh, well, I seen that they said this. Like, for example, right? Let's say you go on Twitter and there's this guy that you don't know. You never heard of him, but it's all on Twitter. Big news. Man runs into Walmart and steals $2,000 worth of food and grocery or whatever, right? You're gonna be like, yeah, lock him up, arrest him. But if you knew that man was former military and he's homeless now because nobody's hiring him, and you know how that stuff goes with the military. There's a lot of homeless military people, which to me is crazy. You should be set for life, but imagine that they're homeless and they felt like they didn't want to do it. They've been contemplating it for months, and they were like, man, I gotta do it, I'm hungry, and yada yada yada. It would make you feel a different way. Now, I'm not saying that you would agree all of a sudden, but it would give you some, you know what, would I have done that? Would I have done that if I was in that situation? You know, it gives you a new perspective. It's the same way you think about your friends. You ever heard your friends did something and you don't immediately want to banish them? You want to hear them out. Why? Because that's your friend and you care. For some reason, we see other people that we don't know and we just don't care what the excuse is. No, you did that. Lock them up. Cancel them. Like, bro, hold on. I kind of lost my track. I don't know what that has to do with don't be afraid to be you. How did I go off on that tangent? Oh, that was basically about having your own opinion. That's what it was about. Don't be afraid to have your own opinion. Don't be afraid to dress the way you want to dress. You know why? Because the same people that are telling you, oh, you look stupid for wearing that, or you sound stupid for saying that, are the same people that will never tell you, oh, you look good in that today, or you sound smart for saying that today. They will never give you the compliment version of what they gave you. So their opinion does not matter. Do you all the time, period. The last thing I want to add to this subject is understand your worth. It kind of ties in with standing up for yourself. You don't want to be around certain people. If you have goals and ambitions, I want to go to school, or I want to be a doctor, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be some kind of aspirations, and you hang around people that don't have any of that and show zero signs of motivation, that's going to eventually rub off on you. Maybe not totally, like you'll still have your drive, but it's going to touch on you a little bit. You'll get a slightly bit more lazy and you won't even notice until you're not around those people anymore. Understand your worth by only being around people who value not the same things that you do, but they care about something. They care about having a future. They care about being a good person. They have values. That's the people you need to be around. And I'm not saying to cancel out any friends that you might have that are in a slump right now, that aren't quite motivated. But if you give them too much of your energy, you're not going to have any for yourself. You know, they always say you can't pour from an empty cup. Fill yours up first and then help those people out. But overall, you have to understand your worth and protect your energy. The next subject I want to talk about is choosing to be happy. Happiness is a feeling, but it is mainly a mindset. For example, if I smile right now, I appear happy, right? Then why are there people who smile all day and go home and be sad? Because happiness is a mindset, not an expression. It's more than a feeling. Joy is a feeling. Happiness is a mindset and a way of life. And let me tell you how to use it. The first example I have written here is dealing with heartbreak. If you were recently in like a 4-year relationship or something like that, it don't even have to be that long. It could be 1 year. If you really care about this person and now you're not with them, it's okay to feel that. You know, that's natural. It's okay to feel that pain. But you have to remember who you are. What goals do I have? What do I enjoy? What was I doing before this person? You were existing before you were with this person. Maybe some of the best moments of your life are with this person. That's okay too. I know it feels that way. I know it feels like, oh, they took a piece of my soul. They do have some of your energy. I believe in that. But they don't have all of you. You're going to recover. And for some, it might be a slower process than others. And that's fine. But as long as you remember in your mind who you are, what are your goals, what do you care about, you're going to shake back from that and you'll be fine. Another topic that relates to that is dealing with death. It's pretty similar because you're losing someone. Just this is a more dramatic way. You know, if you lose someone, like for example, a grandmother, a parent, or even a partner, same thing. You have to remember, what was I doing before them? What goals do I have? You still have something to live for. That's the whole point. And that's choosing to be happy. well, if somebody just died, I'm not going to be happy. Because again, you're confusing joy and happiness. Joy is an emotion and an expression. Happiness is here. You can choose to be happy. And being happy doesn't mean you're walking around smiling all day. La, la, la. It just means that you're not going to let anything defeat you, whether you lost a relationship or you lost a parent or you lost somebody in death. You are still you. It's going to hurt, and it's okay to be upset about it, but don't let that take over your life. Some people go into a deep depression and that's it. Their whole life is basically over. They may as well be dead, right? You don't have to go down that road. The last thing I have relating to choosing to be happy is failure. People are afraid to fail, and when they do, they feel like, well, I don't want to try anything else because I might fail. That's life. This is not a movie. This is not anime. This is real life. People do things and fail. Musical artists put out albums that people don't like. They fail. Movies aren't always good by your favorite actors and directors. They fail. Everybody at the highest and lowest levels fail at life, but that doesn't mean your life is over. You're not failing at life. You just have a couple failures within your journey of life, and that's okay. We're not perfect. We're meant to make mistakes. I probably stuttered a couple times in this video. I probably edited it out, but it's there. You know what I mean? I know for sure I've already started to go on some points and I was like, nah, that's not a good point. Let me backtrack. But I edited it out. Now in real life, you can't edit it out. It's there, but it's okay because it's real. Everyone goes through it. You're not alone. Trust me, choose to be happy. Do not let anything hold you down and steal your peace. Keep that. The final thing, and really one of the most important things of maintaining happiness, and this one, you know, a lot of these are related to finding happiness. I feel like this one and the one before, choosing to be happy, is really dealing with maintaining happiness, because that's one thing. You can find it and lose it, but maintaining it is the hard part. And that is find your purpose, whether that be through religion, whether that be through just being a good person, or you want to be spiritual, anything like that. Just find your purpose. For example, my purpose, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, your purpose is to do YouTube, right? Your purpose is to make music, right? You're wrong. My purpose is to spread happiness and joy to others. That's my purpose. And well, how do you know that's your purpose? Did God tell you that, or where did you get that? You feel it. When you're doing something that's just truly right in your heart, you feel it. And I love bringing you guys love, happiness, joy. I love when I read the comments and it's like, I love these Avril Lavigne reactions, or I love these Paramore reactions, or, you know, I see the hearts in the comments. Love from Spain, love from Italy, love from all these different places. That's what I do it for. You know why I don't put everything into YouTube and music? My YouTube channel could get deleted. Do I think that's going to happen? No, I don't want that to happen. But that could happen. And if that were to happen, I would be upset, but I wouldn't lose myself, because YouTube is not who I am. I'm still me. So I would be able to reach people in a different way, if not through YouTube. Same thing with music. If I couldn't do music for some reason, let me put it to you like this. If I was working a 9-to-5 my whole life, I would try to make people around me that I work with feel happy and feel motivated. That's what I would do at my other job. I used to work at Papa John's, and I would ask everybody, hey, what's your goals in life, or what you want to do? Or I would try to get everybody to start thinking positive and, you know, be motivated. So that's my purpose, whether I'm doing it on a big stage, YouTube, music, or doing it at a 9-to-5. My purpose is to spread love, positivity, peace. And that's just me. I feel like that should be everybody's kind of underlining purpose, but that's my main thing. And once you find that, like I said, through religion, being spiritual, or just being a good person, if you want to be atheist, whatever you want to be, just find that and be that and own that and love that. I think if you follow any of these tips, again, I'm going to say them again. I'm not going to go into detail, but here are the 5 tips. Figure out what you don't want in life. Speak everything into existence that you want. Love and respect yourself. Choose to be happy, and find your purpose. Those are the 5 tips. If you have any more questions, go down below. I may, depending on how lengthy it is, I may respond, or I may tell you to go to my Instagram so I can leave a voice message. I don't know, but I will respond to you in the comments if you have a more specific question, or if you have any other topics that you want me to dive into, I can make a whole video on. Go leave that in the comments as well. And I hope some of these can help you. I feel like these are really good. You know, I know people right now, I see it all over Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, in real life, people who are just, they don't know how to be happy. And I feel like these are really good ways to find and maintain that happiness. So if you like this video, leave a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And I know if you are new to the channel, if this is your first time hearing me, that's amazing. And you might be confused as to why I have this video on my channel and then the rest of my videos are like music reactions. I'm trying to get more into this, so don't be confused. Subscribe. I'm trying to make more like motivational videos like these. But that's all I really have to say. Thank y'all for listening. Hopefully I helped. It's been your boy Casual on Camera. I'm out.